Good morning, it's James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And I also hope that you are willing to lean into this message with all of your heart, with a level of courage, a level of compassion, a level of openness, because this message is going to hit you as it did me, as this study is very sobering for the times that we're living in. The study came out of the National Science Foundation, and they're looking at the cyclical nature of negative thinking and how so many people across the world today wake up and the vast majority of their thoughts are negative, they're dark, they're down, they're oppressive, and it's really overtaking our mental health. What they found out is that the average person has somewhere between 8,000 and 60,000 thoughts every single day. They also found out of all that thinking, somewhere between 80 and 85% of those thoughts, they're negative. They're fear-filled. They're like, oh my goodness, I wake up and all day long I'm wondering if something horrible is going to happen, or I'm preparing myself through my thinking, forecasting something dark. Let's just think about that for a moment and say, wow, 80 to 85% of my thoughts, somewhere between 40, 50,000 thoughts a day being negative. Here's the other part of the story. 95% of our thinking is repetitive, meaning that some of the thoughts we had yesterday, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, they pop in and control our beliefs and make our beliefs more and more limited. So you may be thinking, oh my gosh, you're not telling me anything new, James, but is there anything this science came out and told me what I can do about this? Well, the answer that they had is so simple that it was so easy for me to dismiss. And it came down to this one phrase. They said, when something comes up and you go, oh my gosh, here it is, another yet negative thought, or here's this rumination, this repetitive stinking thinking that continually pops up in my life, you give yourself permission to simply ask yourself this: is this useful? Is this useful? 3 words were shown in their research to be the most powerful way to disrupt that behavior of cyclical negative thinking. They said what it basically did, it forced us to look at what was happening and ask ourselves deeper questions in our subconscious and our unconscious and even our conscious mind. All 3 consciouses were working, going, is this real? Is it actually happening right now? Is it tangibly giving me evidence that this is my life right now? When we simply say, is this useful, it disrupts everything and gives us the opportunity to adjust, to be aware, to see, and to consider what's truthful. There is no doubt in my mind that there's a lot of things that I can come up with that would reinforce why I sometimes can go into negative places, why we can go into dark places. But we have to know too that change our thinking and we change our life. We can have more creativity. We can have divergent thinking. We can start to outthink our former self and create a version of ourselves that feels possible, that feels heroic, that feels hopeful, that feels courageous, that feels open to transformation and not tethered to an old BS belief system that isn't serving us. Is this useful? So simple on some level, it's easy to dismiss. But can we today look deep within ourselves and say, yeah, I need to start having a better inner dialogue. I need to let the inner critic take a break. I need to bring forward my inner advocate. I need my thinking to empower me, to help me feel possible, to help me rise and be the change, be the light, be the force for good that I need to see and be right now. Is this useful? Oh, I pray it is. And I pray together we give ourselves permission to step into this new way of being, new way of seeing, new way of thinking. So with that, much love, every blessing. Have an awesome day. I want you to know I believe in you. Have a good day. Bye for now.